Hi, thanks for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and stay tuned after the video to see how you can keep this channel going. On to the show. Hello, humans. Welcome back to Ask Addi. I'm Addison Smith. Today's question is deep, emotional, hard. It gets kind of dark. One of the hardest things about being trans is that some of our families, it's not that they just don't understand, but they actively reject their trans children. Trans kids have been physically and emotionally abused, sometimes even sexually abused, in the name of fixing them. They are kicked out of the house, even if they don't have someplace to go, so they end up living on the street. I've known some older trans people whose parents refuse to use their chosen name and proper pronouns or find other ways to disrespect them. When the trans person says something or finally expresses anger over it, the parent uses that as an excuse to cut them off. That way, it's the trans person's fault. They were being so unreasonable about being disrespected. How could the parent do anything else but cut them out of their whole life? Another way a parent can be abusive to their child is trying to figure out what went wrong, like their child's defective. For instance, G asked this: I'm a trans man. My mom told me that she heard that my brain was exposed to too much testosterone in the womb and that made me a mutant. Is that true? No. Just that. No. What your mom has done is taken an actual piece of science and used it as an attack against you. Hormone levels in the gestational environment, the hormones that are floating around with the fetus, is an older theory of how people develop as trans. The idea is that the human body reacts to those hormones to differentiate sex at about 6 weeks of gestation, while the parts of the brain that are responsible for gender identity don't develop until 6 months, and they are also directed by hormones. The theory is that the hormone levels between the 6th week and the 6th month changes. At 6 months, trans men are exposed to more testosterone than cis women, so their brains masculinize, and trans women are exposed to less than cis men, so their brains don't. I have my doubts about this theory, at least as a soul path to being trans, but I'm not a scientist. I read a lot of the science and it seems shaky. But what I do know is that wouldn't make you a mutant. A mutation is a change in the genetic structure of an organism. The hormones in this theory are not going to cause a mutation. But here's the thing, we're all mutants. Having green eyes is a mutation. Being able to drink cow's milk or eat cheese is a mutation. Experiencing Brussels sprouts as disgustingly bitter is mutation. All humans have mutations. If not, we wouldn't be humans. There wouldn't be humans at all. Mutation is just a natural process that leads to diversity. Your mom is wrong. You may be a mutant like the rest of us, but being trans is not a mutation. Maybe. Different video. What really disturbs me about this question is that your mom seems to be deliberately trying to hurt you. There's no other reason to say something like that. I wish I knew more about your situation. Are you living with her? Are you on your own? Are you financially secure without her? It really changes how I think about this. In any case, you need to sit her down and tell her how that hurts you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not defective. You were just born different. Different isn't wrong. Give her the chance to come to terms with who you are and how she hurt you. I'm hoping she understands that the damage she's doing will modify her behavior. That her love for you will overcome her prejudice against trans people. If you're still dependent on her, see if you can find support organizations for trans youth in your area or even online. See if you can get your mom to attend a group for the parents of trans kids. Nothing from Focus on the Family. They are evil. They will teach her to damage you. If she won't work with you, it might be a matter of biding your time until you can get out on your own. I know that sounds really depressing, but I don't want you to put yourself in a place that is unsafe. You need to decide what is safest for you. If you are out on your own, you need to have that same conversation. Give her every chance to understand that the way she speaks to you is harmful. I really hope it works. But you should know that for a lot of trans people, the healthiest and safest path is to give up. We often have to cut ties with family or not contest it when they cut ties with us to keep them from doing any more harm. I hope it doesn't come to that for you. But it is a reality that we have to face. Okay, I think that answers your question. Like I said, this question took us someplace kind of dark. No pithy wrap up this time. Just a reminder that you can send your questions to questions@addisonsagenda.com. That's questions@addisonsagenda.com. Now it's time for me to ask you for help. So here's me. Thanks for watching my channel. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and check out my other titles. Have a question for any show? Send it to questions@addisonsagenda.com. On my website, addisonsagenda.com, you can learn about booking me to speak at your event and much more. All money made from speaking, videos, or through a GoFundMe goes to help with the medical bills my kid and I have due to hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. The link to the GoFundMe is below, as is a link to the Ehlers-Danlos Society, where you can learn more about EDS. Thanks again for watching. Peace and long life.